To eastern and southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News at 6.
A Southern Kentucky firefighter is back in the hospital after being released following injuries sustained in a Sunday fire. Brandon Buckner was one of 5 firefighters hurt when an eye surgeon's office was struck by lightning and burned during an outbreak of severe weather. WYMT's Phil Pendleton has learned new information on what happened to Buckner and his recovery.
Surveillance video shows the lightning strike that is believed to have started the fire that caused major damage Sunday to the Huffman & Huffman eye surgeons. And it would prove to be a very tough moment for the interior crew making their first attack on the flames.
And kind of knocked the firefighters down the steps. The steps was over 22 feet in distance from the top level to the bottom floor. That's where they fell down the steps.
Brandon Buckner's family says he suffered 7 broken ribs, collapsed lungs, and a lacerated liver. He was released from a London hospital Tuesday, but was quickly readmitted and then airlifted to Lexington.
He went home, and later that night he had some issues and some pain, and he went back to St. Joseph, London, where they was trying to find out what was going on with his pain, so possibly some nerve issues.
Bucky was one of 5 firefighters that was initially injured and had to either be sent to a hospital or were treated on scene here by EMS. The other 4 firefighters are now at home recovering. Buckner is said to give his all in all that he does.
He's been a great addition to our department. He has been more achieving to, hey, what can I do more? What can I do for my community? So he's been really active in the department, and I couldn't ask for no better firefighter.
Buckner's family says the support they have received through this ordeal has been overwhelming. In Laurel County, Phil Pendleton, WYMT Mountain News.
Buckner received the London Fireman of the Year honor in 2022 and has served since 2021. He is originally from Hazard. A Pulaski County murder case is moving forward. Brandon Mullins is charged with 2 counts of murder. Police say he shot and killed his father and uncle. Deputies were on Sandage Spur and Eubank Saturday evening when this all went down. Sheriff Bobby Jones found Dennis Mullins and his brother Anthony Mullins dead. Today in court, a not guilty plea was entered for Brandon Mullins. He's being held on a $1 million bond. A preliminary hearing is set for June 5th. This Memorial Day, one Pike County mother spent time cleaning up the grave of her daughter, still unsure how she ended up there. WYMT's Buddy Forbes has more about a murder that took place in the Phelps community that has one family praying for answers.
It's been one big nightmare. Her birthday's already passed without her. Christmas already passed without her. Mother's Day passed without her. You know, each day there's a holiday, and the Lord blesses me to be alive. You know, it will be without her.
Melissa Wolford was found dead in her Phelps community November 1st, 2023.
She should be here. You know, it would have been hard enough if she just passed away, but knowing there's somebody out there walking around that took her life.
The 42-year-old daughter, wife, and dog mom spent her life giving to others.
This is her and her little dog.
So finding out someone had taken that life has weighed on her family for almost 7 months.
I know God's going to bring it to justice, but you know, we're waiting. We're waiting.
Her mother, Anita Wolford, says the not knowing is one of the hardest things she has had to endure. As Kentucky State Police continues to investigate and the family begs someone to come forward with information.
And right now, what we're doing is, with God's help, we're making it one day at a time, 1 second at a time. And when these people are brought to justice, the ones that murdered my daughter, it's going to be a happy, happy day.
Saying there is only one thing she knows for sure.
She's in heaven, and the Lord's, and when I get there, I just want to hug her, and I just want to hold her. But you know, she's safe now. Won't nobody ever hurt my daughter again.
As she prays for justice.
It's just a waiting game.
In Pike County, Buddy Forbes, WYMT Mountain News.
The family is offering a $10,000 reward for information that leads directly to the conviction of the person or people responsible for Walford's murder. If you have any information, you're asked to contact Kentucky State Police Post 9 at 606-433-7711. A Knox County man is facing multiple charges after police say he reportedly assaulted someone with a gun stock. Police were notified of the situation a little after 7:30 last night at a home in the Salt Gum community. The victim was taken to UT Hospital after suffering head wounds. Police found Jerry Mills inside the home after he had barricaded himself. After failed attempts to remove him from the house by using tear gas, police physically subdued Mills just before 2 a.m. Police in Perry County are asking for help finding a motorcycle that was reportedly stolen. Here's a picture of that bike, which is a 2002 Honda CBR 900. Officials with the Sheriff's Office say it was stolen from a property on Justin Avenue near the airport. Anyone with information about this should contact the Sheriff's Office at 606-439-4523. In Magoffin County, there was a crash involving a school bus and a pickup truck. Officials with the Sheriff's Office say it happened sometime between 8 and 8:15 this morning on Kentucky 7 in the Royalton community. They say the truck was entering a curve when it crossed the center line and hit the bus nearly head on. The only ones on the bus, the driver and one student, were not hurt in the crash. The 3 people in the truck were taken to either a hospital or other medical facility. Their conditions are not known.
We are tracking some mainly dry and comfortable weather to go into this Wednesday evening. Up on first alert pinpoint Doppler, not much happening. We are watching out though for a light shower on top of downtown Louisa over in Lawrence County, also pushing into Wayne County, West Virginia. But for most, tracking some more dry weather to go into this Wednesday evening. A live look from our studio overlooking parts of Hazard and Perry County. A few peaks of sunshine, but check out that current temperature. We are well below average. We should be in the upper 70s for late May, but most of us right now in the upper 60s to lower 70s, up to 72 for Manchester, 65 in Pikeville, and 70 over in Laurel County for London at this hour. As we go into this evening, we are watching out for maybe a stray shower or a few sprinkles, but for most, we stay dry, also cooler. Those lows are back in the upper 40s to lower 50s. And more below average weather is on the way to go into your Thursday, but warm weather and rain chances are set to return by this weekend. All those details on the way in just a little bit. Steve?
Cameron, thank you. Hazard Community and Technical College could eventually become a 4-year residential university, but even with the potential addition of 4-year degrees, they are still working to expand 2-year technical programs. WYMT's Chandler Wilcox tells us how financial backing combined with an economic need is paving their intentions.
$1.25 million poured into a program standing alone in Kentucky.
We get students from everywhere who come to take our heavy equipment training. With our grant, we've been able to invest in additional equipment and an additional instructor.
Multiple machines through their partnership with Caterpillar.
From excavators to dozers to backhoes, the list goes on.
Before operating an actual dozer, you can come into the classroom and operate one through the simulator.
When they get into the cab of a dozer that's new, they're going to be exposed to all the new technology, the new operations, the new controls, the computerized controls.
Students can use a simulator for other machines as well. Then they can receive hands-on experience through another partnership.
We have an agreement with Abandoned Mine Lands, and we are able to take students out on the field.
The 2-year degree programs allow them to be certified with each machine.
They can go to work for small to large companies. They can go to work for the State Department, Transportation Department, Department of Forestry. A lot of them choose to be self-employed.
Back says knowing each machine makes it less likely for a student to be laid off in their career. In Hazard, Channel Wilcox, WYMT Mountain News.
A student can earn a fully paid scholarship for the heavy equipment program through the Work Ready certification program. One Southwest Virginia county is receiving $1.7 million in opioid abatement funds for a treatment facility. The money will be used for the Wildwood Health and Wellness Center in Dickinson County, Virginia. Officials say they have plans to secure an additional $1.7 million in the 2026 fiscal year. The Wildwood Health and Wellness Center will be phase 2 of the Wildwood Recovery Center project.
We are tracking some mainly dry weather this evening, but that moisture is back by this weekend. Your forecast coming up after this break.